last time I started to share what happened to me and what took place in my abusive relationship, my ex-sister-in-law came on and was harassing me and bullying me. I had started to sort of post my story of how I ran for my life because I saw no way out of the situation that I was in. And if you've never been in an abusive relationship like that, it's self-preservation to try to not hurt anybody else. I know that doesn't sound right, but it's like you don't want to hurt anybody else. So it's like the only way to stop the abuse, the pain, the trauma is for you to end yourself. And I had reached that point. And I called my sister and I said, I'm not in a good space. I'm not in a good headspace at all. I'd never been in that state of mind before in my life, that unalive state before in my life. I have suffered from depression, anxiety. I think it also goes along with my ADHD diagnosis, OCD, but also I have several autoimmune disorders which play into that as well too. And so that had never been so real for me. And I called her, she came, and I knew I couldn't stay there in our apartment, that I needed to go somewhere, but I wasn't sure where. It hadn't even quite clicked for me, that I was being abused. It didn't make sense. Like, I knew I didn't want to go on a girls' getaway. Like, I knew I couldn't be there when he got home. I knew I was in fear for my life, but it didn't click. And there had been so many things up to that point, abusive situations, you would think that it would click. Again, raised a Christian home, and I was so desensitized to abuse, so desensitized. I grew up with an abusive, narcissistic father, so that's part of it. But also Christianity literally teaches women to ignore the pain, the signs, the abuse. You honor your husband, you honor your father, you die to yourself. It is a common thread of teaching women to be accepting of abuse. And because the moment you stand up against, you get literally shot down by the church, by the pastor, by whomever. That you need to stand by your husband, you need to stand by your dad, whatever it is. Like, you were the bad person. You probably caused it. I mean, that's normally the road they go down. And so for me, he had done a pretty good job of rationalizing to me that he was trying to escape his own abuse. He was trying to escape his family, the church he had previously been in with his ex-wife. He used to talk about going down there and unaliving all of them, so that I could then have the children, so I could have the 2 girls. He would go down there and he would unalive everybody, and then I would get the girls. And I never understood that either, because I was like, you do that, you go to jail. And we're in a relationship, and I want you to be around. Why would you go down there and unalive everybody so that I could then have the girls, and then you're in jail? It never made sense. Like, super, super tweaky. That's just only the beginning. So yeah.